The U.S. president wants to end birthright citizenship in the U.S. Right now, when a baby is born in the States, the child gets citizenship, even if the parents are not American. Well, Trump calls that ridiculous. We've got Arthi Pohl working on the story. So are these just musings from the White House, or is this more than that?
Well, this sounds like an actual idea, a plan by the U.S. president, and something that he was talking about, in fact, in an interview that he gave yesterday to Axios, and he was doing a HBO special, and he made it clear that he's got this plan where he would like to revoke those birthright citizenship rights that exist currently in the United States. And this isn't new, so to speak. This is certainly something that he has touched on during the course of his presidential campaign back in 2016 and leading up to the 2016 election. And there's probably no surprise also that this is about a week ahead of those midterm elections where, again, he's trying to energize his base to head to the polls. But let's quickly take a listen to what it is exactly that Donald Trump said during that interview.
It was always told to me that you needed a constitutional amendment.
Right.
Guess
14th
what?
Amendment.
You don't.
You don't.
Number one, you don't need that. Number two,
I mean, that's in dispute.
you could definitely
That's very much in dispute.
Well, you can definitely do it with an act of Congress, but now they're saying I can do it just with an executive order. Now, how ridiculous. We're the only country in the world where a person comes in, has a baby, and the baby is essentially a citizen of the United States for 85 years with all of those benefits. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it has to end.
So again, here we're talking about the 14th Amendment to the Constitution that guarantees that a child that is born within the United States then has a is a rightful citizen of that particular country. Now, we do have here a board of the actual language. It says that all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. So essentially, that is what Donald Trump is trying to change, and we expect there would be some constitutional challenges if he goes ahead with that executive order, Suhana.
I know you'll be watching the story. Where does Canada stand on this issue?
Well, you know, Canada is actually one of about 30 countries, in addition to the United States, that also does have this birthright when it comes to citizenship. And that is, if you are born in Canada, you also are a citizen of Canada. But there was also some controversy surrounding this, and that was following news reports of so-called birthing houses in Richmond, in British Columbia. And so it was raised as a controversial issue. And in fact, at a conservative convention that took place over the summer, we know that it was adopted as a non-binding new policy, suggesting that it should also be challenged or revoked. So that is something that a conversation that's also taking place here in Canada, Suhana.
Thank you, Arthi.
You're welcome.